From a high school girls wrestling team to the return of improv comedy in the Quad Cities, it's all good. And Sean Leary from QuadCities.com is here with What's the Good News?
That's
Quad
right.
Cities August edition
I
with one red leaf.
Yes, with one red leaf and a giant painting behind me. Look at this. I feel like I'm, Jesus launching into the clouds.
Oh, wow. Aren't we
yeah.
far from that?
Right. Yes. I can. There's Jesus over here and then me somewhat way over here in the painting.
You're covered, Sean. You are covered.
Well, thanks, Paula.
Okay, let's talk about this this wrestling team.
Yeah.
The first ever.
Yes. Well, Iowa approved girls high school wrestling just recently by unanimous vote. Davenport is very fortunate to have Josh Park, who is an excellent coach, who actually, his daughters, Tatum, wrestled for North and Sydney for Central, and they wrestled against boys.
So he's their coach.
He's going to be the coach for all three of the schools because obviously they're just starting the program off, so they don't have enough kids interested at this point, so they're going to have North, Central, and West are all going to be under one team.
Okay.
Josh Park is going to be the coach. And as interest grows, they'll expand, and each of the schools will be able to get their own team.
Well, he's quoted as saying that wrestling is by far the most challenging sport.
I wrestled in high school. Yes, I can vouch for that. It's really tough.
I think it's something where you understand it or you don't. Like
Yeah.
if you haven't had kids doing that, if that hasn't been in your family.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Well, and then there's the training, and you've got to drop weight and gain weight and everything else. Wrestling is extremely challenging. We used to, hot yoga. Like imagine really hot yoga in a basement, and that's like wrestling practice.
Ooh.
It's extremely challenging.
And there you go. Well, congrats everyone involved with that new program. How about comedy sports? Except it's not going to be back as comedy sports.
We don't know. It's like I said, like Josh Park and the Davenport schools. That's an awesome thing. So I want to say that. And then we'll go into comedy sports, where all of a sudden last week, all these guys I know, Rick Davis and Jeff De Leon, and these folks are putting memes out there saying something is going to be happening. These sports-themed memes for tomorrow, next Tuesday. And I contacted all of them, and of course they're all coy about it, like, I don't know, maybe.
Because they've been shut down for how long now?
Gosh, it's been a few years.
Yeah.
And the Adamsons, I contacted Jeff and Patrick Adamsons, who had run Comedy Sports, and they said they're not going to be involved in it. Now, Comedy Sports is, of course, a national franchise, and you have to pay franchise fees and what have you. So my guess is that they're going to have something that's like Comedy Sports, but not exactly Comedy Sports. But I'll tell you what, there's so many talented and funny people involved with this. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be terrific.
I always marveled at their talent when I would go to their shows. So it's improvisation comedy. So it's nothing scripted.
Right.
They take cues from the audience. It's a competition, too.
Yep.
I mean, it's really fun.
It is very fun. And so if you have not seen it, I highly recommend whatever it is that these guys are going to be doing, go see it because you're going to have a lot of fun with it. And it's family friendly, which is the other awesome thing. You don't have a lot of family friendly, like down the line entertainment that everyone from little kids to grandma can go see.
Good point. Yeah. A lot of times people are afraid to take their kids to a comedy show. They think there'll be a lot of R-rated stuff,
As they should be with some comedians.
With some. But this group has always worked hard.
You don't have to worry about that with this group.
How about the grants from the Doris and Victor Day Foundation?
Yeah.
That's a heck of a foundation.
It sure is. They've given away about $25 million to local not-for-profits over the last few years. And they just announced over $700,000 for Rock Island and Scott County not-for-profits, and it predominantly goes to family-oriented not-for-profits, kid-oriented not-for-profits, the people that are really the most at need. And it's just fantastic to see such generosity because it really does. It makes such a huge difference in these people's lives.
And they've been operating, this foundation has been operating for a long time.
Yeah, they have.
For decades in the Quad Cities. They've really made an impact, so that's a cool thing.
That is very cool.
So the Strikers are holding a fall camp for soccer players. I know a lot of families, a lot of kids are into soccer.
Yeah.
And so what would the fall camp be like?
Starting this weekend, it's for the younger kids. And Andrew Potter, coach from Pleasant Valley, which just won the state championship again in Iowa, he's going to be running the camp. He had run a camp before for them, and it was really popular, and people were asking, is Andrew going to do another camp? And so they've decided to hold another camp. It starts this weekend. You can still register. Email registration@qcstrikers.org. Okay. You can get that information on quadcities.com and our What's the Good News column, which is right there at the top of the site, and go and check it out.
One more thing. Two Rock Island coaches got a big honor.
They certainly did, yes. The NAACP Awards, Lady Rock's coach Henry Hall and Rock Island Boys coach Mark Polite both won these NAACP Awards, and well-deserved for their impact on the school, on the youth, and the community. And they both done a fantastic job. And Rocky, again, it's a very underrated school. I think they have a lot of great kids, a lot of great coaches, a lot of great teachers.
Their renovation there is incredible.
I
mean, what they're doing with the high school. So look up all this stuff, quadcities.com. This is Sean's baby. He goes for it, and he's a writer as well, an author, and so I think you're going to be interested in our next segment as well, Sean. These young writers.
That's very cool. I got my start when I was a teenager. I started writing professionally when I was 11 years old.
Oh my gosh!
So
somebody paid you to write something at age 11?
They did. The Comics Buyer's Guide. It was about comic books and science fiction. I used to write about that when I was in junior high.
And look where you are today.
I know. I'm here with you, Paula, with a giant painting behind me. So
you're good. All right. Thank you, Sean. Thanks.